are God's gift to us as men. We have to cherish that, not
Are God's present to us as men we need to love that not misuse it I mean I hit rough face. Yet I concoct no reasons my conduct on that video is unforgivable. Support yourself for a hazardous disclosure. Denzel Washington has dropped a sensation about the heinous disorder he saw at one of Diddy's scandalous gatherings. Yes, you read that right. The unbelievable entertainer ended up in the center of a shameful scene that made him promise never to return. This isn't simply one more Hollywood story. It's a stunning look into the hazier side of VIP life. Alternately, when Satan comes at you, perhaps this is on the grounds that you're attempting to accomplish something right. Envision this: a shower party with Bentleys and extravagance, EVS $1 million event facilitated by, in all honesty, Diddy himself. Denzel Washington furnished with a camera plan to archive the night, yet wound up uncovering substantially more than he anticipated. The breathtaking aside of the party immediately unwound, uncovering a universe of substance and conduct that left Denzel profoundly upset. The scene shift to Diddy's 40th birthday celebration slam at the Square Inn in New York, a ritzy undertaking that guaranteed the evening of that could only be described as epic anyway. The genuine story arose in the shadows of the all-nighter, where Denzel's uneasiness was tangible. Onlookers announced seeing him leave early, his demeanor undeniably conveying that he wouldn't be returning. Yet what precisely did he witness that evening? You realize they likely got somewhat more freakier. As time continued, however, Denzel has stayed quiet about the particulars. Tales flourished. The wild gatherings, named freak-off meetings, are notorious among insiders. These get-togethers, infamous for their clandestine and specific nature, have been depicted as everything except conventional. As one insider put it, we used to go to the club, get to the VEP, and see these young ladies waiting around. There was something on the jugs to make the young ladies genuine elusive you to keep away from those containers. Considering ongoing charges against Diddy, including potential life sentences for dealing, Denzel's disclosures paint a significantly hazier picture. As examinations proceed and more casualties approach, the genuine degree of the evil of these gatherings is beginning to arise. This story is nowhere near finished. As truth disentangles the superstar world, may very well at no point ever go back in the future, as Diddy faces mounting fights in court and public shock. Denzel Washington's disclosures come at an uncommonly shaky time for the troubled big shot, with the media furor encompassing Diddy's new conciliatory sentiment for the rough occurrence with Kessie. Denzel's encounters at Diddy's gatherings add fuel to the generally seething discharge of contention. I assume complete ownership for my activities in that video sickened the Duck's testimony of Denzel's relentless confidence against Diddy's turbulent public picture highlights the obvious contrasts in their own excursions. Denzel Washington has forever been open about his dedicated Christian confidence and its significant effect on his life and vocation. Dissimilar to the libertine way of life frequently connected with Hollywood's tip-top, Denzel's life is described by a profound obligation to otherworldliness and moral trustworthiness. His confidence process, which he depicts as a change from damnation to glory, he has braced his determination to carry on with a day-to-day existence directed by the heavenly standards. This contrast is maybe why Denzel ended up so upset by the revelry he saw at Diddy's party. You get back up. Yes, I've been high up on the mountain, I've been honored, yet that is a tricky slant. Definitely, as per insiders, Denzel's takeoff from the party wasn't simply an issue of distress. It was a principled stand. He was apparently shaken. An unknown source uncovered he was unable to accept what he was seeing. It was a world so distant from his own qualities. Denzel, who frequently talks about the significance of lowliness and appreciation, probably saw the abundances of the party as an immediate attack against the lessons he holds dear. This feeling of moral shock is intensified by Denzel's own encounters and the direction he's drawn from his confidence. Denzel's response can be perceived through his own words about his otherworldly arousing. He frequently relates a groundbreaking second in a congregation where he felt overpowered by the essence of God, an encounter that moved his life's direction. I was loaded up with a blessed phantom, and it terrified me. He reviewed this significant experience with confidence, has since guided him away from the features of distinction and towards an existence of direction and administration. It is no big surprise, then, that he found the scene at Diddy's party so hostile. 27th, 1975 prophet named Ruth Green forecasted that I would venture to the far corners of the planet and teach a huge number of individuals as Diddy wrestles with his legitimate woe, including claims that could bring about existence sentences for dealing. The differentiation with Denzel's upstanding public persona couldn't be starker. Diddy's new video expression of remorse, where he confesses to past maltreatments and looks for recovery, appears to be a frantic endeavor to rescue his standing in the midst of a developing outrage. And at one point, he seems to toss what resembles jars at her. Now, this statement of regret video that he posted today is whenever that he first has recognized this occasion. As a matter of fact, in the most natural-sounding way for him, Diddy communicated regret, saying, I'm resolved to be a superior man every single day. Anyway, the earnestness of this expression of remorse is being addressed particularly as additional upsetting insights regarding his previous ways of behaving become visible amidst this confusion. One can't resist the urge to conjecture about what else could rise up out of Denzel's untold encounters at Diddy's gatherings. What other dim privileged insights lie underneath the outer layer of Hollywood's captivating veneer? The gossipy tidbits about freak-off meetings and substance use hand at a far more profound disquietude. I realize that as I realize what as a rule occurs at the Diddy party, or everything we said to this occurred at the Diddy parties. Consider the murmurs from those who've gone to these scandalous social occasions. It's said that Diddy's gatherings are something other than get-togethers, their displays of abundance frequently going too far into the unlawful and corrupt. As per an unknown source, you'd stroll in, and it seemed like venturing into another aspect. The air was thick with the smell of substances, and the climate was electric yet threatening. Observer accounts recommend that Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami became layers of depravity. Ryan Mellon, a previous neighbor, portrayed scenes of young ladies showing up and leaving at the entire hours, frequently sparsely clad. I drive by a ton, and I see a ton of young ladies, perhaps 5 or 6 a period. Some leaving, some not. Some going in. Mellon told NBC News his relaxed perceptions currently take on a hazier tone. In the midst of charges of dealing, further energizing the hypothesis are the chilling cases made by one more guest neighbor during the attacks on Diddy's properties in a viral video. The man charges seeing transports loaded up with diggers being brought to Diddy's home late around evening time. Advise him to quit bringing every one of the diggers here late around evening time. I live right close to him. He do a lot of. The man hollered. However, his character and validity are dubious. His words reverberation, a developing ensemble of upsetting reports. And in this claim, he guarantees that basically P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap. Rodney Lil Rud Jones' claim adds one more layer of loathsomeness to the account. Jones claims Diddy introduced secret cameras all through his homes, catching illegal exercises without visitors' information. The claim declares that these accounts include VIP's leaders and competitors taking part in unlawful conduct. Jones charges proposed